It's just a situation of how I'm feeling for you. Ooh, girl, you're blowing my mind. Can't find the words to tell. All right, y'all. It's Tuesday night. It's Sports Talk. You're in the room on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. Sports Talk. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And now we're getting ready to hit it. Tonight, my crew is small in numbers, but it's definitely mighty in the word. It's going to be tough tonight. It's going to be me and the co-host. We're going to be rocking it. We might have a special guest jump in. But right now, y'all, I'm going to cut our music down and bring in my co-host. He represents that Midwest, y'all. He's alumni at Langston University because he be throwing them LUs when he come up. He's the co-host of In the Room, my main man. Show him some love, y'all, Mr. Philip Townsend.
Hey, what's up, baby? What's happening?
What's up, Phil, man? How you doing, bro?
Man, look, I'm just chilling, checking out the news, the sports scene, having a good time.
Okay. Well, we'll see what's how we make it happen today, man. You're looking good. Uh, bam. I just want to bring us up in that. Look at that. Hey, looking good. So, well, Phil, man. First of all, I'm going to give out a shout to Jeremiah, and man. So they're doing their thing, and we just want to give a shout out to you. I hope all is well. We're sending the prayers up. It's all good. Also, going to shout out to Mark. Mark's on the road now with his team, so he wasn't able to be with us tonight. So we want to make sure we give a shout out to our two bros. We want to thank White and Me for popping in. Yeah, so we must be
All
rolling.
right. Hey, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, if I'm telling you, if you got anything you want to say, you want to ask to get a question in, feel free to drop it on the chat. And we might
drop it on the chat if you got a question. You got something. You want some knowledge. Drop it in the chat.
Because we still got Phil Knows It All segment. We still got that one, yeah. So Phil, how was your weekend, man? What was happening?
Woo! It was a little fast paced, but for somebody that wants to be just a country boy from Oklahoma like me, no, it was all good. Can't complain. How about yourself?
Man, it was all good, man. Definitely following my fantasy football, playing that DFS, and everything.
Well, let me guess, Vance, you're one of the top people, if not the top person in your league.
I'm close.
Exactly.
I enjoyed that, man. We got some tough guys in there, Phil. So I see someone else jumped in. Phil, you got to keep the chat going, man.
Hey, look, we got Bearcat. Oh, look at that.
What's that?
7 and under. Congratulating them for winning the type of state championship.
Man, I wanted to make sure I was going to mention that, and then my man jumped in. See, I need a nickname. I know who that is, man. See, I just meet the guys, and I know one of the little cats. I think it's number 7.
Coach Bird. Coach Bird. It's Coach Bird.
Okay, Coach. That's Coach Bird.
Yeah, probably because he had Darian Pugh.
It is Coach Bird. It is Coach Bird. All right, man.
Look, man, why you even have those glasses on? They're not helping you.
Oh no. They not on the not on the
Hey, look, we got Sedaria and Bella in the house.
okay, they come on in, but yeah,
Yeah,
man.
look, if anybody's got any questions they want to throw out uh, to us tonight for us to address, go right ahead.
And I knew it. I just couldn't Coach Bird, man, let me tell you, man, a great man. And like I said, when I saw the pew, I knew it. That was number 7 is Coach Bird's son. I think he got the MVP. Wasn't he MVP? Let me know about that. But we got Jeremiah. Let's bring Jeremiah in. I'm gonna keep talking about the Bear County Panthers, y'all. The 6 and 7 youth won the championship. They beat the Midland Horned Frogs this weekend out at Texas State. I mean, dude, and the thing about it, man, they just won a championship. Celebration is gonna be short because they're getting ready to go to a national tournament, and they're preparing. They told me they might have practiced today, but they're gonna practice this week for sure and get ready to go to Vegas, y'all. So these little dudes, man, these little dudes have got heart. Man, they tough, man, and the thing about it is, and they got about they had a group of coaches, man, and each coach, stayed in a lane, teaching the kids, man. It's wonderful. So now, like I said, they're going to. Let me bring Jeremiah in, y'all. I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm glad everybody's jumping in. Sedaria, what's happening? Hang with us, Coach Bird. Bella, we're glad you're in. And why not me? We glad you're here. Y'all representing that Midwest again from the Two Dogs. He's the host of the Two Dogs Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. My main man, Mr. Jeremiah Watts, will join us.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, Jeremiah?
What's
Glad you
going
could
on?
make it, man. Glad to see you, baby.
Yeah. I can't let Phil tell too many lies up on her.
Well, look, I was surely going to come at you with something. You can bet your bottom dollar there. Yeah.
Okay, man. Let me jump back. Then we're gonna get a kick off. But let me finish up what I was gonna say about the Bear County Panthers, man. But I'm gonna have all the coaches on, y'all. We got a little. I don't know what happened to our producer today. I'm gonna have to work things out because we tried to have some clips, man. That was so crazy that Coach Bird jumped on, man. But we're gonna have that set up for our next show, man, and talk about these cats. I'm gonna go out to the practice this week, get some shots, man. I got a bunch of content. We're gonna put a series together and show these guys. These the 6 and 7 U whole league is tight. I mean, they go from ages 4 to 12. So each next year, we might see another one of the groups. The 9 to 10 and 11 and 12. So and the flag ones, they're the four. I guess the 4 to 5 year olds that play flag. Man, it's a great organization, man. Like I said, they're getting ready to go to Vegas in January. So if you want to, and check them out, they're on Facebook, the Bear County Panthers football team, Little Tykes. Check them out, go to their Facebook, man, and help support them, man. And I'm telling you, man, and the story of the coaches. Wait till I put that story on, man. So anyway, man, I can talk about them young dudes I like, man. But they did a great job, won the championship. They got cheerleaders, team moms. They got sponsored by the U Smack 'em, Coach Q. They got a new restaurant. So I got a lot to tell y'all about. It's gonna be on their series. So anyway, y'all, let me get back to what we hear before Jeremiah and my main friend Phil. I guess I'll start out with them Cowboys, man. No. Let's do this. Let's get jump in right to the top five. Let's go to our top five right now, and let me see what you got, Jeremiah. Give us your top five this week. And I know it's fluid. We can't hear you, baby. We can't hear you.
I got
Can't
you.
hear
I
you.
got you. I got you.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, I'm still trying to handle business on this side too. So
Okay. All right. So,
number one, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Can't change that one right now. If everything go right, if everything goes the way it should, like it's gonna go, road to the Super Bowl and out of the NFC is going to Philly. Then you have, I like the Chiefs more than I like the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry. I just think the Chiefs are more rounded team than the Buffalo Bills. Then you got the Dallas Cowboys at number 3. You got the Cincinnati Bengals at number 4. Wow.
Yeah, that's what we saying over here in our minds.
That number 5 is tough, man. That putting 49ers. I got the 49ers at, no, let me see. Yeah, 49ers at number 5. You know, 3 through 5, I believe, can be swapped either way. So you can't go wrong with 3 through 5. But I got 49ers at number 5.
Yeah, you can go wrong when you got the Dallas Cowboys at 3. But go ahead.
Man, you must be crazy.
Look, I'll tell you one thing that Jeremiah and I are going to have in concert is going to be the Dallas Cowboys at number 3 this week. It's shake up, shake up, shake up, because I am putting the Cincinnati Bengals at number 4. So let me take it this way. I am going to go with the Eagles at number 1. Where I am going to shock you is that my number 2 team is the San Francisco 49ers. That defense is lights out. And with Brock Purdy not throwing any interceptions and committing turnovers all over the place and actually looking like a seasoned quarterback, I am putting them in the 2nd spot, which is awesome because they weren't even on my list last week. I wanted to see how he would perform in another week of playing an actual game. And so Cowboys at 3, I'm putting the Bengals at 4 and the Kansas City Chiefs at 5. You see, I flip-flopped them this week for you, Jeremiah. Why? Because you cried so much last week because I had Cincinnati behind Kansas City.
Phil, I'm not mad at what you did, because the thing is, the teams in the top, everybody can be flip-flopped between 2 to 5 can be flip-flopped at any given day. Philadelphia is the only team up there by themselves. They can't be flip-flopped. But 2 to 5, they can.
That's because I put them there every week by themselves. I'm glad you all came along with me.
I ain't never said Philly wasn't number 1.
Jeremiah,
go get the tape. Go get the tape.
Jeremiah,
I always said Philly was number 1.
Stop it. On your own is what I'm talking about. What you did was the first 2 weeks. That's why I begged Vance. Vance, would you please let him go behind me so he'll stop looking like he's copying me? And so what did you do? You said, well, I know I'll just keep it every week, Philadelphia, because Phil is going to say, as long as they're not losing, keep them number 1. There you go.
Like I said, 2 through 5 can be anyone. That can be very
but
fluid.
The Cowboys.
Because all those teams between 2 through 5, they can lose it to each other at any minute. But right now, the Philadelphia Eagles, you can't. So you can't be mad at either one, mine or Phil's, because they can be swapped out.
Win.
Okay.
Come on. Give us that MVP, Vance.
Well, y'all talk about it. Who you got? Who you got in the front runner? Others besides Jalen Hurts, or if it is Jalen? What do you say, Phil?
Oh, you mean because the national media, as well as some people on this panel, have finally caught up to what I've been saying for weeks, that Jalen Hurts is the bona fide number 1 candidate for MVP of the league? I'm not talking about the fact that this dude has only thrown 3 interceptions all year long, has thrown for 32 touchdowns, run for 10. I'm not saying that. That that uh that that uh excuse me, thrown for 20 22 and ran for 10. Yeah, that gets him to 32 because Mahomes has 35. But anyway, the whole point is that Jalen Hurts has been so consistent all year long. His passing has been pinpoint. Now, what you may remember if you go back last year and review the tapes, and if you come up to this year, I was the only one. And this isn't me saying I'm a genius. It's me saying I'm the only one that said Jalen Hurts' issue was not, I repeat, his issue was not his accuracy, but his anticipation. I noticed that when he was playing for Lincoln Riley at OU, and I said, as soon as he gets shut up, Jeremiah. As soon as he gets his anticipation down, it's going to be lights out.
Oh God, have mercy.
All right, who you got, Jeremiah?
Right now, everybody want to say Patrick Mahomes because he lost Tyreek Hill and everything. But to me, it's Jalen Hurts to lose. It's Jalen Hurts to lose because Jalen came in, didn't nobody know what he was going to be like, what he was going to look like. The people said, well, let's see what he's going to do with A.J. Brown. Is Jalen Hurts the leader? Things of that nature. And let's be truthful. You take Jalen Hurts out this Philadelphia Eagles offense right now and put the backup in, this team will not look the same. Jalen Hurts is one of the main reasons that Philadelphia Eagles right now are 12 and 13 and 1 because of Jalen Hurts. He with his running, with his passing against Indianapolis, he had to pull it out by the string of his chin and everything. So right now it's Jalen Hurts, then Patrick Mahomes, then I will even say Josh Jacobs.
What?
I will even say Josh Jacobs should be up in there too. What I know.
What?
I know the Raiders are not winning, but I don't think it's because of Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs has been running in a tear, and right now he's the leading rusher in the NFL. This joker, if he wouldn't have hurt his wrist last week, he probably would have got another 140, 150-yard game. Josh Jacobs has been balling, and anybody that said this that he has not been, something is wrong.
Yes, yes.
If the Raiders had a better record, Josh Jacobs would be up there mentioned in the MVP race because he's all they got right now. They got right now.
Look, now I think that he just went for the Einstein Award because he said if the Raiders had a better record, Josh Jacobs would be up higher in the MVP thought. Well, hell yeah. Yes, he would.
But the reason I say that, Phil, I said that because a lot of people look at the MVP as according to your record. But I think someone can have an MVP type caliber of play, but the other people on their team is the one that's sucking. So why should I penalize this person because the other people on your team suck?
Yeah.
You doing your job.
Yeah.
You can't go play defense too.
Yeah. Well, that's why you don't get a vote. Anyway, Saniki said, get the tape. Matter of fact, yeah, well, he must be talking to you because I don't need a tape because I know when I'm right.
Well, look here, Phil. Let me take a quick station break, y'all. And then when we come back, we're going to jump into our first favorite segment of the night.
Oh,
And then
Good.
right after that, Phil, while our first favorite segment, man, I need you to be checking out these chats over there. So Bella Black has a question she wanted to talk about Brittany Brittany Griner that's back on Texas soil and with loved ones that was released. So get that together, Phil. And right now, y'all, if you just tune in, you tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. And like I said, we're going to jump into our first favorite segment of the night. And it's a segment that we call Just a Doggone Minute. And that's hosted by our main man, Mr. Jeremiah Watts, who hosts the Two Dogs Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jeremiah, what you talking about tonight, brother?
All right. I'm just to bring up something that it really trips me out on players. You got people, Phoenix Suns fans, Phoenix Suns, Chris Paul, and upset with Zion because they were kicking Phoenix behind, and Zion had a wide open layup because Phoenix didn't want to play to the buzzer, and so he did a 360 windmill dunk. And they basically calling foul and crying and everything else. Well, I sort of remember last year when Phoenix had a lead and Bridges did a dunk on the Pelicans. And wasn't nobody crying then. We need to stop all this. These athletes are some of the softest, cryingest folks. But when it happened to you, now you want to cry. But if you do it to someone else, it's all good. What it's old saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now that the rabbit got the gun, you want to holler. Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Come on. It was an old saying when I played. They said, if you don't want them celebrating in the end zone, then stop them. If you can't stop them, then shut up and take this taunting and them dancing in the end zone like a man. If you don't want Zion doing 360 windmill dunks, then play some defense and win the game. That's all it is. Finish it up. Win the game. Stop the crying and just play ball. Because right now, Zion is on a tear in the NBA. And he's daring somebody to stop him. And I'm drawn, and that's my doggone minute, and I'm out.
Drone, thank you a lot, man. That's some good stuff there, boy.
Yeah, thanks for the revisionist history there, Jeremiah, as uh, as well as the no sportsmanship award given out. Thank you very kindly. Vance, you wanted me to address the Brittany thing with Bella?
Yeah, man. But go ahead.
Well, my thing is, let me just run the whole gamut. One, she did something in another country that she shouldn't have done, be it accidental or what. Bam. Was the penalty for it super harsh? Yeah. Look, Brittany's family, they had these activists, they had these quote unquote private party people that do negotiations and things that were saying that the U.S. was going about it improperly or not the correct way, because doing it in a stealth manner and not making it where you're publicly drawing attention to Brittany, they had enough of it. So they all went speaking out about it, doing everything under the sun. Well, all you're doing, if I'm Putin, all you're doing when you're doing all this public demonstrating about her, you're only driving her value up to me. by not. Matter of fact, one of the things that the Russians said was when they came out of the U.S. came out publicly in talking about it, the Britney thing, that did some teeing them off because it was felt it shouldn't have been done that way. So for all of those of you that wanted to drive Britney's value up, you did. And guess what? They got who they wanted. And it just drives me insane when I hear people saying, well, they shouldn't have given up him for her. They should have given up him for the Marine. And therein lies my issue. Now, Brittany was in a situation to where Russia controlled everything. Let's not get it twisted. Russia is deciding who's coming. The U.S. can offer whatever they want, but until Putin makes the decision to do it, it's not happening. So what do you get? You can either have Brittany or nobody. This guy's already done 11 of his 25 years. So if he does the rest of them, fine. But guess what? You don't get Brittany home. Now, I'm glad that they did make the deal and got her home. Now, what you have to ask yourself, if you want to be truthful about it, what is the whole big importance to why the U.S. would be so concerned about getting a former Marine home, a former Marine that had a dishonorable discharge? You have people today that if they say they got a dishonorable discharge in America, people will look at them cross-eyed, some still today. Used to be back in my day, if that was the case, you had trouble getting employment behind that. But ask yourself, what is the significance of a guy who was a former Marine that was dishonorably discharged, has 4 different passports that he could be to any one of those countries, their citizen? Why is it that the U.S. wants dominion over him if he's just that Marine dishonorably discharged? So I'm not trying to say that he's what Russia says he is. All I'm saying is ask yourself the question, why? But that's what I have to say on the Brittany Griner thing.
Hey, well, what's up, Terry?
Terry said you're a spy.
Yeah, what Phil said make you really think. You know, why is it that they want him out? Is he over there talking? Is he saying something?
He got 3 other countries.
So something is not right, and something don't smell kosher in Denmark.
Well, I hope Bella, I hope that answered your question.
But yeah, why not me? It did come out that he was dishonorably discharged. He allegedly stole something while he was in the service that he wasn't supposed to touch.
So are you saying he was honorably discharged?
He was just honorably discharged.
Okay. I thought okay, yeah. That's what I heard. Okay. Oh well, man, we're gonna keep it pushing, man. Let's talk a little NBA. Let's talk a little NBA MVP. Who you guys got as a front runner? Jeremiah.
Right now, man, I've been watching the NBA, but I haven't really been watching the NBA.
Okay.
You know, it won't kick off. You know, they got games on Christmas, but you also got football games on Christmas. I'm more excited to see who's gonna get the bigger ratings, the football or the basketball. That's what I'm more excited about. Who are the people going to follow and watch? But right now, if I had to choose, a MVP of the league, I think it might be Giannis. I think Giannis is up there in the running. He hasn't had Middleton. Middleton just been back about a week or two, and they have been running a tear in the league. And so Giannis is up there. You got Zion that's up there that's been balling. You also got Ja. Ja's really been balling. But right now it's a little bit too early to say
Oh, you
who the
missed one.
MVP
You
would be.
missed somebody else too.
Who?
What do you say, Phil? I'll let you know. Phil gonna say it right up top.
Given that all of the guys so far that's mentioned
Right.
Have missed some time, and Middleton, like you say, he's been back a couple of weeks going, but there are some, when you at this point of the season, when you look at people like John or anybody that's doing something, you could throw Anthony Davis in the mix.
Anthony Davis?
Yes, because you got to remember, you're talking about if you throw a Ja in, missed games. Anthony Davis missed games.
I forgot about Brown and Tatum.
There you go. There you go.
I'm getting ready to say right now
there you go.
If you're looking for the one person that's been around, and I think he missed the game, maybe two, but that's doing it in the team with the best record going like that. And if you look at Jason Tatum, but this is where I tell people don't get caught up in the stats. And because if we were going by what Jeremiah wanted, with somebody putting out great stats and losing and still being the MVP, then the first words out of my mouth would have been LeBron James. But
that ain't what I said on basketball. I didn't say nothing like.
No, you didn't say that on basketball.
Stop putting words in my mouth. Stop putting words in my mouth.
On basketball. You didn't say that on basketball. I was talking about the losing part. But no. If I'm doing it right now, I'd have to say Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
But my thing is, why isn't Brown up? Why nobody's talking about Brown? Because Brown is doing just as good for that Boston Celtics team.
Oh, I can tell you why. No, I can tell you why.
Is it because the media won't Tatum?
No.
Instead of Brown?
No, it's because Brown is darker and his hair doesn't look like Tatum.
That's why. That's why. But I'm just saying, Brown is balling just as hard as Tatum. You take Brown off that team, Boston is a different team. You take Tatum off that team, it's a different team.
Playoffs last year, Brown was the best. Brown was the better player of the two. If you go back to the playoffs.
So if I had to pick the MVP and it had to come between Tatum and Brown, I probably would pick Brown.
Yeah. Well, that's because we're on the darker hue. That's why you pick Brown. Hey, light skin hating.
Man, look at y'all.
Mark.
I see the Lakers are back on the floor tonight, and they're playing the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
So it's a time for LeBron and AD on the floor. So my question is though, if Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are healthy at the end during the playoff run, during the playoff.
No, they can't.
You don't think they have something to say about that West?
No.
Yes, it's gonna. If them two are healthy, if they're healthy, Phil saying no, they can't because Phil already know they ain't gonna be healthy. But if they are healthy, hypothetically, the Clippers is gonna be a hard out. If them two are healthy, Wall is healthy. See, the Clippers got to have everything just right for them to make it there. They got to have all their pieces healthy and ready to play. And I'm like Phil, 8 out of 10 times, one of them or two of them ain't gonna make it.
Hey, they are not. I don't even know why you asked that question, baby.
But if Wall's healthy, Paul's healthy, and Kawhi's healthy, oh yeah, they can score the ball. Plus they play defense. They're alone. They got a bench. They're gonna be a force to reckon with.
Okay. Let me ask y'all about this.
I need to put a comma after all those ifs that Jeremiah mentioned.
Hey, I'm just saying if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. So I'm just saying if.
Not too, Deacon. Not too, Deacon.
Hey, I just said fifth of what? You can get drunk on Kool-Aid.
Stop. But okay, y'all. I think like I'm on the delay. Let's jump to the East. So, who's the threat since the Celtics will be the Eastern Conference champions? Who you think is the threat, or is there any threat to the Celtics on the East? You know it is.
Yeah, there's plenty of threat to the Celtics. You're talking about that are in the East or the West
East.
to the Celtics?
The East. Strictly
Okay.
East.
The East to the Celtics? Giannis.
Yeah, you got Giannis, and you got the Bucks, you got the Cavaliers, you got the
Cavaliers?
Nets, the
You got the
76ers.
Cavaliers.
Hey, you got the Nets are starting to trying to.
Hey, I know you
come
didn't lean your head to the side when we said Cavaliers.
Yes, I did.
You better ask somebody.
Yeah, I know they're in third place, but hey,
You better ask somebody.
But man, come on, man.
Told you they were coming last year.
I don't think they're gonna hold up.
The Cavaliers got a bench. They starting five is out of this world.
But
and
look,
they got a bench.
Vance hasn't watched Cleveland all year long, or he'd know they got the best backcourt in the league.
I just saw
next to New Orleans, Cavaliers is probably the deepest team next to New Orleans.
Okay, but I just saw them lose to the Spurs.
Oh,
and everybody lose.
Excuse me.
Boston done lost 7 games themselves.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. The Philadelphia Eagles, I'm sorry that they lost to the Commodores. The Commanders.
The Cobra Commanders.
Yeah.
And Lady J.
Hey,
okay. All right,
hey,
let's move.
Let me make a little quick station break, and then on the back end of the station break, we're going to go to our second favorite segment of the night. It's a segment that we call Phil Knows It All. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. You're in the room with Sports Talk. And now we're going to jump into our second favorite segment of the night. Like I mentioned before, it's a segment that we call Phil Knows It All. My man Phil, talk to us. Man. Talk to us.
Look, normally I'm talking politically or something of that nature, but I want to talk a little bit about a story that I read. It's a Texas story, but it's not. It's a Texas story that should resonate across this country. We're at a time now when you have so many, especially of the GOP. I guess I did get political. They're wanting to take every type of teaching that deals with other people's cultures and things that you can't say to offend a certain demographic in this country. What I want to touch on, though, is there's a story that's out of Lubbock, Texas. Vance, you're well aware that we look at East Texas as being that place that really still has all of those fancy little dunce caps, with the hood to them. But West Texas has its issues too. And out of Lubbock, Texas, there's a young girl. Her name was Autumn Monahan, I believe. 17 years old, a senior. Very, very, very good student. As a matter of fact, she was trying to hopefully work her way toward being the valedictorian of her class. And 30 seconds changed her whole life. Her and her family had just moved there this year to that Lubbock area, but the parents lived in that area, grew up in that area. So they were well aware of racist activities there, just not as bad as it was for her daughter. And so her daughter's in school, and every day she's having to deal with um, not just the white folks, but also some Hispanics calling her the N word, calling them, porch monkeys and things of that nature. Now, they're not just saying this outside and away from things, they're actually saying this in the classroom. They're actually saying this during classes, whether it be it in the gym or elsewhere. This student, who was a very good student and kept repeatedly telling them, their family met with the administrators of the school, sent documentation about what was going on, but yet there was nothing done about this until one day he said something in the gym. This guy did, and she was saying, hey, don't say it again, can't take it anymore, and she snapped and went upside his head repeatedly, and he ran. Of course, someone filmed it and circulated it. Now, mind you, this has been going on the entire school year, and they've met with the school to let them know what was going on with their daughter. And another, look, this is so funny. Her younger brother, who was 14 years old, she's 17, some kids did some vandalism. He witnessed it, but because he did not report it, they sent him to an alternative school for 30 days. Can you believe that? And that literally makes no sense at all. But getting back to her, she snapped on the dude, beat him up across his head a little bit. And when the school administrators found out about it, they called them, and the parents went down, and they actually ended up doing nothing but giving Autumn 45 days at an alternative school. 45 days at an alternative school because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Well, Autumn goes in, and the next day she runs away and lets it be known she's going to commit suicide. Her dad rushes to where she's at, finds her. They put her in a hospital for an evaluation. She got better. She came out. The school district and the superintendent said, well, you know what? Well, we decided that, yeah, her mental health state does play a role in this, but we're going to reduce the amount of punitive measures that were given to her. What? Again, you did not pay attention to the cry that was going on from her and her family, and now you still want to be punitive toward her? She wants nothing to do with that school. So here's a bright young lady who essentially has had her world turned around because the school system failed to do anything for her. And so they filed a federal complaint with the U.S. Department of Education against this school. And so the thing about it is that that complaint will be coming in. But this area and this town and this school is Slayton. It's Slayton. And to give you an idea of what the family is going through or went through, this particular town has a mural to the town. And the mural is, I don't know if I can get it on the screen, but that mural, as you're in town, it is a depiction of Black workers in a cotton field with white overseers looking at them. And the pinning that they do, the invite to that town is it is Slayton. your kind of town. That is what's there as you come into the town. That mural depicting that. So again, they fail to hear this young lady's cry and plead for help. Now, the resolution to this is that the superintendent and the school board, they decided, remember, they had a zero tolerance policy for any racist measures. But how did they end up resolving this? They said from now on, if a student says anything racially, battering, on the third try, this is zero tolerance, but on the third try, they'll face disciplinary measures. Shaking your head, it's just something that, I mean, this is reality. And it's not like it's only related to Lubbock, Texas, but it's just pitiful how this school system, this whole school district has literally ruined this young girl's life behind this. Yeah.
Thank you, Phil. Excellent commentary. Bringing my main man Jeremiah back to the fold.
But can you imagine that today they still have a mural coming into town with the slaves, black in the field, the blacks in the field working cotton with overseers, white overseers, and saying that's your kind of town.
You know, when we had a stretch when we was tearing down statues and Grant and all them, that's I don't know why we didn't say nothing about that. I don't know why nobody in Lubbock is raising hell about that. Or in Staten, which you said Staten,
Slayton is what it
Slayton,
is.
and Slayton
Yeah,
is it Slayton, Texas?
yeah. That's the school district, the district that it's in. But I mean, it's just crazy, right? That
Very much
something
so.
like that is what you have welcoming. You know, I thought it was bad enough Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? They they have the banner that says "Welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico." Really, literally, the tricultural city. Now that's tricultural because it's Native American, Hispanic, and white. They right off the bat let you know blacks aren't in there. You say when you have it, it's tricultural.
Wow.
Blacks aren't there, but at
That's all right,
least
man.
they have that up front.
The fight continues, man. But
Yeah.
anyway, y'all, hey, I think we had a great night tonight again. We touched on it. I'm gonna give you guys a little quick. Anything you want to say, Jeremiah, before we get out of here? Anything you got going? Anything you want to tell the people?
No, man, just have a happy holidays. Be safe. Don't spend all your money. Don't get into debt. Don't go borrow money. Don't go get loans just to get someone a present that ain't gonna think about you after Christmas. So have a good holiday. If we don't see y'all next week for some reason, have a good holiday. Enjoy yourself. Hey, if you want to donate to an organization, donate to Sickle Cell, support of the family with sickle cell disease at www.sicklecelloklahoma.org, www.sicklecelloklahoma.org. We still need some gift cards because we finna to have over 100 children that we taking to Incredible Pizza this week. The child with sickle cell disease plus their siblings, we take them to Incredible Pizza. We're gonna give them gifts. We got Santa. We got everything that you can ask. We got sickle cell trivia. We're gonna have bigger door prize for them. Hey, if you want to donate to a worthy cause, www.sicklecelloklahoma.org.
And it is such a worthy cause, people. I will tell you that from my own personal experience. And your money is going exactly where he's saying it's going.
Sure is. I don't want to have nothing to do with the government coming trying to arrest me and put me in jail with Bubba.
Well, we're gonna definitely vouch for you here at Tan TV for you, Jeremiah. So that, ladies and gentlemen, once again, like you said, man, you want a charity? to donate. The sickle cell disease. Say it one more time, Jeremiah.
Supporters of families with sickle cell disease is www.sicklecelloklahoma.org. That's our website, and you can donate on that website.
All
Yeah.
right, and also go ahead, Phil.
No, I'm just saying, why not me is saying that they want the kids bullied to react so they can punish them instead of addressing the issue. They, uh, that therein lies the truism. There is that we're supposed to be able to take things, right? And it gets into, so anytime we do something, it's going to be magnified so much. And in a school system, if you have a black kid that acts out, he's immediately going to be sent to special ed, alternative school, or he's going to be in juvie. I know I'd have to go and respond to a lot of those things when I was a juvenile probation officer. So, whereas other people get attention, look, we see this mirrored in crack versus meth. Here you are, you have a system in place, a governmental system in place that even today they will not lessen the severity of using crack cocaine versus powder cocaine. And who gets sentenced the most and the longest? People that look like us. But yet, when meth hits the scene, oh my God, they don't need prison time. They need to be reformed. Let's get them treatment. You see, why send them to prison? This is really on the same principle that works in the school system, and it becomes a direct feed into this correctional system that you have. So they have really got to do something to get in place. What I would like to see is the government enact a policy that where if you're going to look at people doing meth, and I'm talking about people that haven't committed crimes like meth, like murder and all behind it, if you're going to look at giving them, putting them in to get medical treatment and things of that nature, then by the same token, these blacks that had crack cocaine that you have sentenced literally to double-digit years in prison or life sentences in prison, all of those sentences should be right now, as long as they haven't committed a serious crime. They shouldn't even be doing those sentences like that, because you know that you are not affording them the opportunity that you're affording another population that basically doesn't look like them. You know that the time that they've served is so much more egregious than what they should have been serving. So all I'm saying is that needs to be redressed, the sentencing that you have on some population that's already in prison, and look at them case by case and see the ones that need to come out because they were incarcerated when they should have had treatment.
Very, very good point, man. Something to think about, man. But once again, man, we need a monster. We need an army to fight, man. So that's the thing about it, man. It's hard when individuals out there, but we need to come together and unify and try to get some things done, y'all. Well, y'all, hey, man, it's been a great night, y'all. Until we meet next, what we got next Tuesday? I think we can jump in, before the new year. Get that last one in before the new year. So I need everybody to be safe through these holidays, man, and you know, just be nice to somebody. Just try to be nice, y'all.
Yeah,
Until
Jeremiah, try to be nice to me anyway.
I seen young Uncle Cole, Phil. I seen young Uncle Cole, man.
Until we meet again, y'all, you was tuned in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach. You're in the room, Sports Talk signing off, y'all.